Why have over 200 scientists called for a moratorium on the rollout of 5G?
Well, I'm one of the 240 scientists that have called for a moratorium on the rollout of 5G because we have concluded that there are not adequate safety data. Look, the question is this. Do you want to take experiments on animals, which we have some of, and regard them as a prediction of human effects in order to prevent human harm? Or do you want to say, wait, we need to prove human harm first? If we take that position, we're basically treating ourselves and our children like lab rats in an experiment with no controls.
How can individual people do something to stop the rollout of 5G on their own, in their own town, their city, or state? What are 4G and 5G streamlining bills?
Unfortunately, at the federal level, a law was passed that basically removes any control from local authorities. The federal government can come in and with the providers say, we want an antenna here and here and here, and you as an individual have no say. What we're doing at Environmental Health Trust now is organizing a major lawsuit against this law. And we have grounds of violation of the Administrative Procedure Act and the National Environmental Policy Act, both of which have been ignored by the FCC when it recently issued a new order saying, we have concluded that despite 23 years of new data on the science, we're not going to change our approach to evaluating wireless radiation for phones or anything else, including, by the way, 5G, which didn't even exist 23 years ago when these standards were set. So we at Environmental Health Trust are organizing a major legal challenge to this, led by senior litigators formerly with the Justice Department, the Department of Energy, and working also with the Natural Resources Defense Council. We are raising, right now, we have to raise $50,000 more, and we're quite optimistic we're going to succeed in doing that at the website ehtrust.org, because we know that that's the only thing we can do right now is to challenge the federal law, which does say you as an individual, you as a town, have no say-so over where the antenna is located, nor how much money you can get for having it posted right on a street lamp or public utility poles. So basically, this law says the industry can come and they can use publicly funded resources, namely telephone poles and utility poles, and they can put the antennas on them, and you don't get any increase in revenue for it beyond $250 a year.
Does my local town have the right to say no to 5G, or is it a national thing?
Your local town can and should join with 100 cities that are now in a lawsuit that's being reviewed at the Ninth Circuit on the West Coast that is saying we object to this heavy-handed federal government law that has just been passed. That's one thing your city can do. The other thing they can do is they can stipulate that any antenna that is applied, that is built, must be monitored for its emissions. And there's the kicker. There's no known technology for monitoring for this. They haven't even agreed on what the 5G standard is at this point. So they want to build it first and then figure out how it's going to work. And we're going to be the guinea pigs in that experiment.